I thought it was the other way.
What up, people? What up? Hey, listen, it's your boy Tyler YBT ALLDAY and your girl.
It's your girl Kay. We back with another one.
Hey, this is our first time scheduling an actual live. We here. It's 9 a.m. over here in California. Yay.
What's up?
What's up? Get it good. No, don't get it good.
No,
anyway, this is the reason why we here. Today, we about to talk about some cool stuff. Not so cool for some people because they're gonna be all up in the back of the paddy wagon because of these things. What we talking about today?
We talking about scams.
The scams.
And all the different scams people have found themselves into. You know, some of them may have got away with them and some of them are getting blasted right now.
You know what? Man, it's gonna be pretty crazy. So let me tell you, we're gonna break down a list real quick. We got DJ Envy. Now, we don't know what's happening with DJ Envy all the way. But we know he in some hot water and he's trying to stay above it. He's trying to get some ice cold drinks because it's hot where he at right now. We got Safemoon. If you don't know Safemoon, we're gonna bring y'all back to 2020, 2021. It's gonna be kind of sick. We got the FTX SBF whole scandalier where we all kind of lost a little bit of money if you had some money in there. And then we also have the police PPP loan. So y'all better stay tuned because it's about to be a hot show right after this intro, baby.
Yeah.
Brand new caddy.
168. DJ Envy.
Hey, remember on the Breakfast Club? Hey, so what's up, y'all? So listen, DJ Envy is in some water right now. As y'all probably know, y'all know that he had this whole housing plan with the guy, flipping thing with the guy named Caesar, right? And so he's been trying to clear his name because the whole thing was he was trying to make sure to bring some real estate, some profits to the hood. And now dealing with the hood got him in some no good, woulda, coulda, should.
So what I'm hearing is Cesar Pena, which is his partner, is kind of the head of all of this, right? And he decided to get into business with them, like you said, do some house flipping, educate the hood. They have these seminars and things, and the pictures and stuff I've seen, it's just a bunch of Black people trying to learn.
Yeah.
Not only Black people, you know, but I think that's cool. First of all, if you want to educate the community on that side, that's cool. But you know, we're seeing a lot of different people that's coming after they money, you know, making these bad deals.
Listen, when the FBI start knocking at your door, you better run. You better run. So anyway, we're about to go over a video. We pulled up some videos. The whole thing is all made up. I want to be able to see what's actually happening to DJ Envy. And is he about to get out of this or is he about to go to jail? We don't know. All I know is that these scams is getting kind of crazy.
Yeah, man. So I don't know what's going to end up going down with this one, but I know he's effed over a lot of people. And I know if that was me,
you think he effed over? I don't know if he effed over a lot of people. I don't know if he did.
I think that's, like I said, I think Cesar Pena is ahead of it.
Okay.
And maybe he's just keeping hush about it because he wants the money to keep flowing.
Look, for the people that don't know, we're about to play this intro. Look at this real quick. And then y'all can just save y'all judgments. We're going to go through a little bit of this and y'all can just let us know what y'all feel in the comments. Let's go.
DJ Envy is getting sued by real estate investors who say he and Cesar Pena scammed them from $25 to $100 million. It was a straight up fraud, and now lawsuits are coming in left and right. If he's as guilty as they say he is, then how did he do it? Reports show that the duo would persuade people to put money into rundown properties that could be renovated and resold. In exchange, these investors were promised a 30% share of the profits. Many people bought into this scheme, only to find themselves empty-handed. But
See, that's their problem right there. You can't be promising. It's an investment for a reason. It's a risk for a reason.
Definitely.
You're putting your money into something that you may not get back. But when you start promising 30, 40, 50, 60, that's when you start having that Ponzi schemish feel.
You start to stank a little bit.
Look, before you start investing in anything, make sure you do your due diligence. But you can't be listening to people and be like, yo, I'm about to do that for sure. And be not thinking that you can't lose your money. You can lose your money.
I mean, not only that, if you're going to go into investment with somebody, you got to do your research on them because Cesar Pena has already been convicted of fraud in the past.
See, I didn't even know that. So, all right, let's see some more.
DJ Envy didn't stay quiet. A couple of days ago, he decided to address the public and come clean about these allegations.
So let me explain some things. I'm not, my attorneys don't want me to speak, but I think there's things that I need to clear up a little bit.
I think you should listen to your attorneys. Why do people like to listen? Like, if your attorney told you don't say nothing, why are you talking?
Bro,
For real,
bro, shut up.
Why are you running your mouth?
Shut up.
what he's doing is he's putting his hands out like this.
Yeah.
And he's gonna walk himself.
Cup it, please.
He's gonna walk
Cup it,
himself.
please. Cup it, please. That's crazy. Hey, you gotta keep it on the hush. Why? Look, you making us look bad. Us light-skinned people, we don't be singing like these pigeons. You gotta be quiet.
But at the end of the day, look, for the record, I do not condone scammery, if that is a word, scammery, right? So keeping it low key. If you're innocent, keep your mouth shut anyway.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, that's crazy. All right. So as y'all know, is there more right here? Is there more?
I mean, there's a lot that goes on in this video, but it's pretty straightforward.
My bad. All right, let's go.
People tells you are talking too much, then you are talking way too much. I'm gonna give you an in-depth overview of what exactly DJ Envy was up to with his associates. I'll break it down to you from the start. Rashawn Casey, better known as DJ Envy, is a famous radio personality.
That's his name.
He is known as a top mixtape partner in New York. He owns the production company Block Entertainment and served as the CEO and president of the company. He's also been hosting the Breakfast Club for a while now. His estimated net worth is $7 million.
So he said he got 7 million. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's the gist of what's going on. The gist of what's going on is DJ Envy had basically endorsed Senior Caesar Pena on different shows. He endorsed it. He basically said, hey, you can come on my show. You can be able to talk to my audience, and you can be able to try to help them make money. And he's doing deals with them so they all can be able to get paid. So in the background, he's trying to make sure everybody getting paid. That's what he's trying to do. So only reason why DJ Envy is in this at all is because of his close dealings with him. But it seems like the character involved right now that is getting into the trouble is DJ Envy, just because Caesar Pena has, I guess you said, a dicey past.
Yeah,
right?
He has a dicey past.
And so that's what's happening. So a little bit later on in the video, and shout out to the person that made this video. Let me give him a shout out real quick. Shout out to BHCTV. They put this whole thing together. But a little bit later in the video, he starts talking about the actual criminal activity and how much money people actually lost in this dealing. Let's see what's happening.
Caesar Pena, who also goes by Flippin' NJ, has faced several complaints about mishandling finances. Some of his clients have turned to social media to tell the world everything. One person stated they suffered $1 million loss from their dealings with Caesar. Another one mentioned being down $500,000 on an investment. Tony, the closer, who's a real estate investor, said he knew a lot of what's been going on and that the people deserve the truth. He took to Twitter and Instagram to directly expose Pena and Envy schemes. He pointed out that they have 20 properties currently in foreclosure. During a recent Instagram live session with Robinson, Envy tried to defend himself. He said there are 3 sides to the story: their side, Tony's side, and the truth.
If that was me, I wouldn't be talking about no 3 sides. I would say there's your story and then there's the truth, which is my story.
Right. Why are you talking to these people on live though? Because every time you talk, the police can use all this stuff as something against you.
Yeah.
You know, and so like every time he's on the airways, he's going live. Like right now, this is all live to everybody. Somebody can pull this up and be like, oh, Drew was involved with XYZ because he said it. And so everything that's said can be used against you in the court of law. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stop bumping your gums. But the whole thing is him saying he don't want to listen to his lawyers and all that. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
So
pay for that.
This whole thing has gotten him into the point where maybe he may go to jail. Maybe he doesn't go to jail. But there's some things that's happening behind the scenes that maybe you know about, maybe you don't know about. But let's pull that up.
That's being reported. The FBI raided the Power 105 offices after the arrest of DJ Envy's associate, Caesar Pena. Now, Caesar Pena was charged with wire fraud and an alleged real estate scam. To be clear, DJ Envy has not been charged in the case and is looking to clear his name of any wrongdoing. What do you?
Yo, anytime you start hearing the alphabet, and I'm not talking about like the alphabet, you know, I'm talking about the juicy. You talking
about FBI?
Yeah, when you start hearing the alphabet, the FBI, the IRS, the ABC, the CIA, the FTF, you start seeing it, you better get in your track stance and run. Actually, you might not be able to run. You can't run there. You start
they gonna find you eventually.
You don't want to hear
that.
They
like Freddy Krueger. They gonna get you in your dreams.
In your dreams. in your dreams.
Yeah. So just to go back real quick on the Tony Robinson guy, you know, he was going back and forth with him.
Yeah.
They were talking about him in the other video. I think he goes by Tony Closer Robinson or something like that. You know, he was an ex-football player and then real estate. So he's like a real estate mogul type of guy. He was saying he has his investigation going because he was given a lawsuit by, I don't know if it was by Caesar or by DJ Envy for defamation. So he's like, oh, if you want to come at me with that, I suggest that you stop this case because I'm coming back with a bunch of witnesses. I got access to your bank account. He says he went through his bank account and he looked at, like, he's like, what is he doing with all this money he's getting from people? You know, they're giving him these large deposits and it's gone. So what he's saying is he's spending it on petty stuff, DoorDash, Gucci, and then he says he has these daily withdrawals of $50,000, and he's like, "What is he doing with this money?"
Daily withdrawal of
$50,000. Yeah.
Wow.
So I
and
think
who's doing that? Is it Pena that's doing that?
Yeah,
or is...
Pena.
So how much do you know? What is DJ Envy doing? Is he taking any other money?
DJ, it's unknown.
No, but what do you think? What do you think?
I think DJ Envy has got some under the table type of stuff going on.
You think that?
I think so, which I think part of the reason why he is talking, but he's also not trying to like overstep and say too much.
So he's been them doing all these auditorium type, what are they, like these seminars to be able to teach people how to real estate, but then invest in their fund. They're getting these people because they want to show them how to make money, right?
Yeah, they're trying to teach them the legal way to do it. I guess.
But then they're taking, these are not broke people. They're taking, maybe they are broke because they're giving them their last.
Some of them are giving their last.
So they're giving 500,000, 250,000. Some of them giving over $1 million into these funds, but then they're being promised that they're going to receive its return, but then they don't see that return. Yeah. And the crazy thing is that he wasn't just going for like the normal everyday people. He was trying to go for some big dogs too.
People. You know, I did hear this one story. Oh, you talking about the big dog, the one guy in the video. You want to show him real quick?
Yeah. So as y'all know, well, I don't know if you know, but Envy has started calling some different people. And one of those people was like, yo, bro, you're going to jail. And he was just playing, but he was not playing because he said the conversation felt a little weird. And that person was Joe Budden. So we're going to pull that up real quick and listen to what Joe had actually said to him. This is Joe on his own personal podcast talking about, you know, what DJ Envy had did and what he had said.
News and shit. Oh, man. Viral. All right. Let's see.
Clue. I call Fabulous.
I love this clip. He told this story a lot, but this one, I like this one. Look at Mano, too. I like Mano as Barbara Walters. I don't think enough people are paying attention to Mano. Just like, what happened, man?
It was a wow when he... Wow. When I first got into real estate, I called 3 people. I called Clue. I called Fabulous. I called Joe Budden. Right? My Desert Storm family. And I said, hey, guys, I'm doing real estate. This is something that I think that, you know, you should invest a little bit of money in, try it out, and that way you can do it. Joe Budden told me it was a Ponzi scheme and I was going to go to jail.
God, please forgive.
Hey, see what I'm saying? He said, hey, it's a Ponzi scheme. You about to go to jail. And then he started talking about like this. You need to watch out for people like this. He said, watch out when people start doing this.
It's a day for honesty and reflection. I'm not coming here to go crazy. I'm leaving that time. I'm leaving it. Don't try to follow my lead today, nigga. I'm following yours, Flip. I'm following yours. But to the audience, first lesson, find out how easy it is to rent an auditorium. And once you do that, when you see pictures of DJ Envy and Caesar at a podium in an auditorium, all y'all niggas should have ran. They look doofy as hell in all them pictures.
Having these seminars. You know what's so funny is when I was just looking this up and trying to get to know what was going on, I had the same thought. They look goofy up there. It's like they didn't belong. But, you know, who am I to judge? Because I wasn't there. I didn't hear what they were talking about.
I mean, I didn't hear what they were talking about either. But if I'm looking, see, I think that's where I'm at. Like, if I'm listening to it, I'm like, yo, that's DJ Envy. I've been listening to him for 20 years. He has some type of credibility, a little bit. 10 years, 5 years, however long he's been up there. I've been listening for a long time. And that's DJ Envy. And then, like, if he knows this person, shoot, birds of a feather fly together. So if DJ Envy good in my book, then that means Caesar good in my book. We good. Yeah. So there's nothing else that needs to be happening. He personally endorsed him. And then not only did he personally endorse them, iHeartRadio allowed him on. You know, I don't know if
Mm.
he was on the Breakfast Club, maybe,
I
but
don't
like
know.
iHeartRadio, which is a big platform, let him on. And that's the reason why the FBI allegedly took all of they raided iHeartRadio and took pretty much all the electronic equipment
To do the
to do the
investigation.
investigation. Once the FBI starts getting in there, they ain't gonna let go. They'll get you 20 years later, like Tupac.
Oh my God. Like they trying to come for Diddy now.
Telling you, it's crazy.
But and before we wrap up on this,
Yeah.
there was another story I heard that was interesting. It was a woman that was doing business with DJ Envy and Caesar in New York or in New Jersey. A lot of this is taking place in New Jersey, right?
Mhm.
So she says that she gave him $97,500 to be able to invest into I guess remodeling an apartment, a 50 unit like condos
okay.
something like that, right? And so she says that his deal was that she'll get her money back in 3 months and to expect 3 times the amount back in like 6 months or something like that.
That sounds bad there,
but
boy.
the thing is that Caesar painted it as a good deal because what he said was, oh, my brother is like my contractor, so we're going to keep it in the family. He's credible. I know my brother, but his brother was never even a contractor to begin with. He received
so
this
he
money.
lied.
Yep. And she's still trying to get her money back.
He lied.
This is one of the many stories that's against them, and it's just
you got to be careful,
research
man.
who you doing business with.
You got to research. That's why we're doing this scam show. So I mean, I don't know if DJ Envy is a scammer, but he might have been in bed with a scammer, which Paul's not really like that, but you know what I mean, right? And so you gotta be careful, man.
Guilty by association.
Because now he might be in kind of some trouble. Hopefully it blow over, but I don't know, man. Best of luck to you. But if they was really scamming, then they gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for it.
You gotta do the time, baby.
If they weren't, and it was just a bad business dealing, then I personally think that's on the investors.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it got to be accountability. Like, if they weren't scamming and it was all fair game and they just lost their investment, that's on the investors. But if they were scamming and they was taking that money for personal pleasure and personal gain, that's a completely different story. So,
dang. Well, I hope this all gets figured out and people get their money back. Because at the end of the day, there is money that's missing that people are owed in some capacity.
Joe Budden, he warned them. He straight up warned them. Dang. Anyway, in talking about new scams, do y'all remember back in like 2019 pandemic, right? COVID came, right?
2020.
Then everybody had to stay home. We had to mask up. We couldn't go nowhere. And it was like, dang, how we gonna make money? But all of a sudden, y'all remember like this period of time where like crypto started booming.
I remember I didn't know anything about crypto, and all of a sudden it was all in my timeline. I knew what it was. I even knew how to get some myself.
Hey,
me of all people, and I was not into that.
They say when like the shoemaker or the shoe cleaner starts telling you about stock tips, you better run. And that's exactly what was happening, man. Like crypto was going nuts. Bitcoin blasting off, and then Ethereum was blasting off. But then people started putting money into like Doge. Remember Doge?
Coin. I remember. I thought it was a joke at first.
It was a joke.
Oh yeah, it started off as a joke.
It was a meme coin.
I was just like, "Is this real?" And then it really started going up.
It got going up. So only reason why I don't know why I heard it though. I think I heard it from friends, and I didn't do any. I just knew it was a meme coin. You didn't hear it from Elon? Wasn't Elon? Nah, that was after. So I got in it. I got in Dogecoin when it was under a penny. It was like a fraction of a penny. So I had put like a couple $100 into it just because I was just like gonna do it. It was a throwaway. It wasn't. I didn't think it was gonna become anything. But people on Facebook was kind of talking. So I was like, all right, why not? We did it. All of a sudden, it started spiking. Everybody's putting money into it. All of a sudden, I'm like, yo. So my $300 went to like 7 or 8 grand. It was crazy. But that's how money was being made. Anyway, there started to be a lot of this thing called rug pulls. What's a rug pull? Let me tell you. So this is what people started doing. Since it was so easy to make a cryptocurrency, you could make anything. You could say Boo Boo Talks, and you could do whatever you want and make any kind of crypto coin, right? Just like you make any kind of NFT. You get any coin you want. Since it was so easy to do it, they got to be out there. The scammers started to do it. And so what did they do? They would make these coins, then start promoting them on all the social medias, and then say they had big old super huge claims that we're going to be the best coin out there. Just get in it early so that you can make a lot of money. And since I was away, people did it, right? What ended up happening after they got all that money in there, there wasn't that many laws. It wasn't really regulated. It was a wild, wild west. They would do something called a rug pull. They would pull the money out and the company would go, and all that money that you put in was just gone.
Dang.
So that's what happened. So what ended up happening, there was a company that came in to say, hey, we're not going to be like that. That's going to be them, but we're going to be doing things completely different. And so every time some like a crypto coin would go, go high real fast, they would call it to the moon, to the moon. And that's all you would see is a big old rockets because it was going to the moon. Your money was going to the moon, right? Well, after you went to the moon, they would pull your rug and then you died. So this company was like, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the moon, but we're going to do it safely.
So what are they called?
They call Safemoon. So it was genius. It was genius. It was going off of those people. It was going for all those people that were like, yo, I want to make sure that my investments go up because my 401k is stagnant. I can't work. It seems like all the money that I'm getting from the government, I could just put into this cryptocurrency and double, triple it up. And if I get in early enough, boom, I'm rich. Yep. Who doesn't want to get rich quick? Most people do. Well, it turned out that their plans of taking everybody to the moon was for them to get to the moon and for you to stay here on Earth, broke, busted, and disgusted. And so it just turned out that something just happened a couple days ago where the founders that promised all this stuff, they just got indicted. And now they got arrested and some things is going down. So we're going to check out a video and see why we going from the moon to the jail. So wild.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Y'all got it?
There's a saying meme traders like, and that is to the moon. Well, some loved it so much they made a cryptocurrency that was called Safemoon. You can see it here. It was simple. Buy Safemoon and your investment safely goes to the moon.
Safely?
The plan was that for every Safemoon sold, 2% of the tokens were burned or deleted to lower the total supply of the token. Fewer tokens, higher price, right? To the moon. Well, as it turns out, paying 100 of anything to buy 98 of it is not such a good idea, especially as the US Department of Justice alleges the 98 wasn't even going to the moon. Instead, it was going straight into the pockets of the Safemoon promoters. The DOJ just arrested Safemoon's chief executive, John Caroni, and chief technology officer, Thomas Smith. But creator Kyle Nagy is still on the run. Police have issued warrants for his arrest. The DOJ alleges they withdrew $200 million of the investors' money to buy real estate, sports cars, luxury vehicles, and overseas trips. In other words, real things with the unreal money. There's no surprise that Safemoon's price looks like the space shuttle. The Challenger disaster, in fact, it's down 48%. That's just today. It's down 98% from its all-time high. That was 2 years ago. Remember that 2% that people gave away up front? Do the maths. 2 plus 98% lost equals everything done.
Dang. They said they was taking it out to do real estate deals. They were probably doing real estate deals with DJ Envy and Caesar Pena.
So I have my Safemoon. I still got Safemoon right now. It's worth. Do
you?
Yeah. It's worth $0.00. That's how much it's worth. But how much do I have? I have 172,858 304.21 kind of cents of it.
What?
I have so much Safemoon. I was a recruiter. I was like, yo, this is awesome. This idea is sick.
I remember you called the masses. He was blowing people up.
I was blowing people up.
You gotta get on.
You gotta get on. This is crazy. And it was going up. It was going up. And I believed that they didn't have the access. I believed that they were burning the coins. I believed all of it. So I was like, yo, put some money into this because, dude, if we put money into this, if it continues on the trajectory that it is, all we got to do is make sure that we was one of the first. And I was.
Did you ever smell scam at all, even in the slightest sense when you were into it?
When I would talk to my friends about it, I would tell them, I would be like, look, this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing.
So you would do a disclaimer.
Yeah. I was telling him, like, man, if you lose your money, just don't put nothing that you ain't afraid of losing. Like, you may lose your money in this.
That's
so
fair.
just know that you might lose your money.
That's what it is with all cryptocurrency.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. I don't know them. All I know is that I like what they said, and I like how they market, and I like how fast it's going. And all of a sudden it went from whoop to, I remember one day we actually thought we was rich because there was a glitch. Remember?
Oh, there was a glitch in the system.
There was a glitch in the system. How much money is it? It said like $100 and something $1 million. And then my homeboy one of my homeboys had called me up from New York because he's from New York. And shout out to MB, you know who he is. So one of my homeboys called me up. He was like, Drew. I was like, what's up? What's up? How do I take the money out? He's like, bro, don't take the money out yet. You gotta let it grow. Drew. I was like, what's up? What's up? How do I take the money out?
And you didn't know.
I was like, I don't know what's going on. And he was like, go look at your Safemoon. I go look at it, and there was like over $100 million. I said, we gotta go.
We stopped everything we were doing.
Listen, we was running hard. Like, yo, I called a meeting with like 6 guys that were all in.
Y'all got on Zoom.
We got on Zoom. They were at work. I didn't even care. They were at work. Dude was fixing an AC. Like, I don't know how we do it, but we got to do it because everybody looked at their stuff and everybody was a multi-hundred millionaire. People was thinking about like buying boats and stuff. I was like, I ain't about to buy no boats.
But they wanted to know how to get their money out.
Everybody's trying to get the money out, but we couldn't figure out how to get the money out. So the money was stuck, and like, 10 minutes later or something like that, the glitch fixed itself and we all were broke again.
That was disappointing.
I was like, oh, that's crazy. But you know, that was Safemoon. But anyway, rightfully so, they got indicted. I'm gonna show you some pictures. I'm gonna show you some pictures of the founders so y'all can see what they look like. So it'd be Safemoon Founders. Let me see if I got a picture. I know. Let's go to the images. Can y'all see that? Y'all can't see that. All right, these is 2 of them right here. This guy name is John. This dude's name, I think, is Kyle. I think
they said it in the video.
I think he's Kyle. No, maybe he's Thomas. Anyway, and then the Kyle dude is this. Ah, man, there's another dude. Is this dude right here?
Oh, that's the guy they said is still on the run.
Yeah. So I think that's how it goes. But one of them is on the run. 2 of them been arrested. That dude, if he got all our money, he bought some plane tickets. He up out of here.
Oh, he up out of here too.
Yeah, he done found Russia, and he is a new citizen somewhere. But yeah, man, that's crazy. So they getting. I think they getting charged with like, I don't know where they're getting charged from. Well, I guess we'll have to find out. We'll keep y'all posted on these scams, but this was definitely a scam. I lost my money in it.
Yeah.
And then I contributed in losing my friends' money because this was a viral thing, man.
It went crazy. But you did give your friends a disclaimer.
Oh, I told them all. Look,
they going in with risk.
Even when I was messaging people, listen, if you lose your money, this don't blame me. You don't put your house up. Don't do like this is not that type of party.
So has this turned you off from becoming a connoisseur of cryptocurrency?
Yeah, after this one, because I didn't like how I couldn't get my money out.
Too complicated.
Too complicated. You know what I didn't like also is I didn't like the Robinhood scheme. That's what really got me. Hey, we flying this in the air, y'all. So just know that the camera is gonna go on and off because until y'all watch it, we ain't gonna be able to invest no more. Okay. I'm just kidding. But anyway, there was a section of time where there was a whole AMC thing where the AMC was going up and all the stocks are going up and I'm riding that wave on up. And then all of a sudden, Robinhood stopped like you being able to put money in or take money out or something like that. And I just felt like at that point, it was a scam. Yeah, like you can't win this game. The people finally were winning. And they could just rig the game,
like they did GameStop.
GameStop was the same one. Like they rigged the game, and that made me get a real bad taste in my mouth. It made me want to think like, man, how can I put more into my own hands instead of putting it in theirs? Because they can we're meant to lose. The house they have the house money, and I don't like that.
I don't blame you.
Shoot. So anyway, hey, from the moon to the jail. What I know now is this though. They wasn't the only one scamming.
Nope.
They weren't the only one scamming. So if y'all haven't heard, my man right here, my man right here was literally on trial. His name is Sam Bankman-Fried. They call him SBF. He was supposed to be this altruistic boy genius that figured out a way to be able to like manipulate the markets and extract money from other countries through the market so that he can place bets on different things, and he was winning. They were winning. And that's how they kind of began. And he started a business with his girl and his homies, and he was looked at like the boy genius billionaire that doesn't need supercars and doesn't need super things. And like that was his thing.
So like a minimalist type of guy?
Minimalist. And everybody loved him for it. And he was going to give all his money away to people that needed it and things that all that stuff. Anyway, he going to jail. We don't know how many years, but he's facing up to how many years? I think 115, 110.
Woo.
That's a lot of years.
That's a lot of years. So it's serious.
Yeah, yeah. So he's a 31-year-old. Parents were wealthy. He was wealthy. He wasn't a kid that really struggled. He had the resume to kind of pull this thing off. But we're gonna, for a lot of the people that are not really like knowing what's happening with him, we found the perfect video that we can be able to show y'all. It's literally 99 seconds, and it will take you from the beginning of what the heck he did to where we are now.
Yep.
Or at least close to where we are now, because it was like about a year ago this came out. So anyway, let's take a look at this video, because this whole thing is wild.
Yeah, I think it's important to at least understand the basics of what happened, because this is like a huge part of our economy and our livelihood, and knowing what people are capable of.
Yeah, shout out to Nobody Special Finance for doing this 99, because we were seeing everybody putting up 3-hour presentations of this, and we ain't got that kind of time. So shout out to my boy. Go follow. Appreciate it. Let's do it.
This is Sam Bankman-Fried. People call him SBF. He's the founder of FTX. He also controlled a crypto hedge fund called Alameda Research, but that's all gone now. He wants you to think he's this sweet guy. He even brought in a famous YouTuber who called him the most generous man in the world. Yep, that happened. Truth is, Sam Bankman-Fried is a liar and a crook. His personal crypto FTX token was basically a Ponzi scheme hidden below layers of Moonbro jargon. He even went on Bloomberg's podcast and bragged about it. Yep, that happened. He used his Ponzi token as collateral to borrow billions of real dollars that he couldn't pay back. He then used those real dollars to build an empire out of dying companies like Voyager and BlockFi. This led Jim Cramer to call him the new JP Morgan. That's weird. It's not like Jim Cramer to promote a billionaire con artist. SBF sold people cryptos like Bitcoin, or so they thought. What they really bought from SBF was an IOU. But as long as everyone didn't cash in their IOU at the same time, the scheme worked. Until it didn't. This other a-hole who hates SBF came along and engineered a bank run with some passive-aggressive tweets. It worked. SBF didn't have enough money to...
So he organized the bank run?
Yeah, because he owns Binance.
Okay, so let's just, now that we're paused, let's just make this clear on what's happening so far. So we have what's his name? What does he go by?
Right here, FBF. SBF, yep.
Who came up with the company FTX. It's a platform where people can be able to buy and trade Bitcoin, not Bitcoin,
anything.
Crypto, anything crypto. And he had these FTX tokens, right? People were buying into. And what happens is somebody, this Asian guy, was unhappy with. Okay, explain it in layman's terms for me.
Well, he was explaining.
Okay, my bad. I just wanted to make sure that not only me but the viewers are understanding so far what's happening, because I think if you're not too familiar.
Well, I mean, look, they're in competition, and in competition, you take your other people out. But SBF was looking for some money from the other guy to try to save him, and he tweeted instead.
Oof. Because
the CV had holdings in FTX within those tokens, and then the CV guy said these tokens aren't worth nothing, so he pulled everything out of FTX,
and he tweeted it,
and he tweeted about it, and that ruined him. So like you guys know, the banks don't operate with this is separate from crypto, but the banks don't operate with all of your money inside of the bank. Usually when you give the bank $100, looks like 9 out of every $10 goes other places. They keep 10%, and the 90 goes other places where they loan it out, and they can keep on doing that. But if you ever do something called a bank run, let's take, for instance, you have a bunch of people that feel scared that their money is going to be taken and they're not going to have it or whatever. And everybody comes to the bank to try to withdraw their money at the same time. Well, the bank only kept 10%. The bank don't have all your money because they loaned it out multiple times on multiple times. There's like this meme. There's this meme that talks about like how the banks work, where one person, I'll show you guys if I can get it up. Anyway, all it is that the banks don't got the money. SBF didn't have the money.
But he did say he has enough to cover all client holdings. Supposedly.
Right. So he's saying that he has enough to cover everything, but he doesn't have it. So where's the money? He can either be holding it, loaning it out, doing different things so he's not liquid, or he could be spending it. And from where they live in the Bahamas, outside of the U.S. jurisdiction. And, you know, they were buying certain things. They were buying off politicians. They were doing a lot of stuff. I even heard that they had some dealings with China where they're, you know, multi-million-dollar deals with China. So all I know is that they wanted to do certain things and move certain things. They were using this money to try to push their mindset to places. But when people needed their money and they didn't have it, that's why this thing went down. And the craziest thing about all this is it wasn't just the money went down. There was a bunch of celebrities that were involved in this. You know, I think Shaq was involved in this. I think Steph Curry was involved with this. I think Tom Brady was involved with this. And they don't know. They're celebrities. They're just trying to endorse the product. But they're still put their face on it. And that kind of gives them a black eye because of the dealings that was happening. Kevin O'Leary was with this. And so you think that if I'm like a Steph Curry and a Kevin O'Leary, which is a financier, been doing it his whole life, has been doing this, I'm trusting probably.
Oh, total.
You're on Shark Tank. You're endorsing this. You went from not liking crypto to loving it because you see the revenue and how things are operating. I'm trusting it. It's cool because I'm just going to take your expertise. You know more than me.
Yeah.
I know how to shoot threes. Like, you know how to do finance.
So
you know what I'm saying? So why would I trust you? So that I get it. And even big stadiums like Miami Stadium is the FT. It was bought by FTX.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's on the what you call it? You know, let me see if I can pull it up and then I'll come back to this.
FTX Stadium.
So, you know, Miami Stadium, if y'all can see this right here.
It sure is.
It's
FTX Arena.
FTX Arena.
Oh, wow. I wonder what's about to happen with that now.
I don't know. Maybe it's, you know, I don't know. But that it's the FTX Arena. So this is not like, they weren't small. But they did this in a matter of like 2 years. So it was like no company, boom, FTX. It was crazy how fast they were able to do everything. And that's what was pretty insane, that this turned out to be a scam. I remember personally, and we're gonna get back to the video, but I remember personally, I used to invest in this site called Blockfolio. And so I had Blockfolio and I had some other stuff. But Blockfolio one day, all of a sudden, went from being Blockfolio to being BlockFi to all of a sudden from being BlockFi to being FTX.
Oh, wow.
So,
really? You never told me that.
So I was invested in Blockfolio and then it turned into FTX. And all of a sudden I got an FTX account. Well, so all my crypto got transferred over there where I was investing. So like, I'm like, yo, this is crazy when this thing actually came out. And I was like loving this dude too, because everybody else loved him. But all of a sudden, this turned out to be worse scam than even Enron. Wow. That was pretty bad. Let's listen to the rest of the 99 seconds.
Money to repay everyone at once, and now his customers have lost everything. He'll be happy to know that this is exactly how every bank in the world operates. So where did all the money go? He misappropriated $4 billion trying to save his failing hedge fund. Whoops, that's a felony. He spent $21 million on Super Bowl commercials, $5 million for the big guy, $40 million in campaign donations. I wonder what he wanted in return. And everyone who's pointing at this story and saying,
this is exactly why we need to regulate crypto.
Remember that SBF stole billions. That's already a crime. And he spent a lot of it on bribing politicians. Also a crime, in order to create a crypto monopoly for himself. Government regulations don't protect the customers. They protect the crooks. That's exactly what SBF was trying to do.
Oh,
dude was sick for that. Hey, big shout out to him. That was tight. So, yeah, what'd you think about that, baby?
I mean, I did hear about the thing with Trump. You know, he's like, how much could I pay you to not run? I think Trump said 1 billion or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that would really go down, but shoot. I mean, money is power, I guess. But once you F it up, Money can be your takedown. It
Money,
can be your death.
You know what they say,
100
man.
years.
So anyway, let's see what he actually got, you know, in trouble for. So this is what he got in trouble for. The decision was reached after less than 5 hours. That is crazy. Less than 5 hours. Because you think that if something as big as this, $1 billion scam, one of the biggest, this was bigger than Bernie Madoff. This was bigger than Enron. This was huge. This was a big deal, right? So like with something like this, you would think that it would take them, you know, at least a couple days.
A couple weeks.
Something to
Yeah.
deliberate. Like I was listening to OJ trial. The OJ trial took like
months.
Wow, months. Yeah, like 10, 11 months to get through. This one, 4.5 plus hours. It was like, look, we're about to get home. We're going to jail, all right? And so this is what he got. 9 of the women and 3 of the men who found him guilty on all charges. 2 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of conspiracy to commit fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. Like that means they caught you on things you didn't even do yet.
Yeah, the conspiracy.
They caught you on things you was thinking about doing.
Yeah,
like
they weren't playing.
They
was
like,
to nip this in the bud.
We getting you before, middle, and after. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy. And so, yeah. So now my man is now in. I think he's incarcerated. I think he is because he had made bail.
So if he made bail, he's out for now, right?
No, because he's guilty now.
Oh, okay.
Bail is for the innocent.
Yeah.
But he guilty now, so I don't know. So
sayonara.
So he actually has more charges that's coming down the pipe. You know that?
Even more?
More charges.
They're still investigating.
Hell yeah. They're about to get him. So his next trial date, I believe, is in March or maybe April, but it's of next year, 2024, because of all the political dealings that he had.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So this had nothing to do with that. So he may even get more years. Right now, they're gonna, they're not gonna give him his sentencing until a little bit later, but I'm thinking they may even wait to give him his sentencing till next year so that they can kind of bundle it up and give him a Costco meal.
Dang. So they're probably studying all of his paper trail and transfers and seeing which politicians he may have.
That's the scary part.
Dang.
Because, those people are probably like, damn, like they about to catch me. Or they about to get me, dog.
Trembling in their britches.
Super trembling in their timbers.
In their timbers.
And,
Shiver me timbers.
Shiver me timbers, El Camino. Yeah. Look, hey, that's just another scam in the books. Y'all gotta watch it. I got caught. Look, so far, I got caught in the Safemoon scam. Yeah. I got caught in the FTX scam. I'm glad I didn't get caught in the DJ Envy,
but
real estate.
But there was a time that we were actually interested in real estate and flipping and looking into it. But
man, and if I think
we didn't go to one of his conventions though.
And if we had enough, we probably would have looked at it.
Yeah.
Because we're like, oh, that's it. We should
that's it. Oh, I know about it. Yeah, let's go check it out.
It is not hard to get caught in this stuff, but that's why we're bringing it to light, man. And, somebody got to bring this in the light because we got this whole scam episode because there's scammers out there. Oh, you know what I wish I had? I wish I had like a police, yeah, something like whoop, whoop, sound effect, Speaking of police. Speaking of police,
stop in the name of the PPP loan.
Yeah,
the cops is not safe. They are guilty too.
Listen, this is crazy. This one, when I heard about this, so back in the man, what was up with 2020 and delivering all the scams out there? People trying to get it how they live, huh?
Banking off of these scams. They were banking off of. First of all, they're banking off of the checks we were getting from the government. The what are the checks called again?
I forgot.
The
stimulus,
the pandemic stimulus checks, right? So first of all, that's getting padded in the bank account, but they wanted more. And of course, I get what the government's trying to do, the paycheck protection program. Trying to help businesses stay afloat.
Yeah. That was tricky because it was like, man, like we deleted all these businesses at the same time, and like I don't know, depending on what side of the COVID thing you were on, because some people it was kind of sensitive, but some people were like, oh man, we're getting sick, we need to do that. But then there's other places like Sweden, they didn't shut down nothing, and you have places like Florida that actually did I think the best job of all states. Florida did. So did we have to go through this? I don't know. Did anybody even get held accountable for this? Nope. But then they gonna come get you though.
Yeah,
they gonna stop the COVID, but they gonna come get you though.
I remember when this was first buzzing, the PPP loans, like before anybody, before when it was just in the strictly application phase. Yeah. And I remember it going around. People were trying to come up with legitimate ways, not even legitimate ways to show a legitimate business, supposedly, when they really didn't have one. Like what type of names to use and what type of documents you need, fake financial documents. This was going around social media. And I was like, are you guys serious?
Look, people have like reached out and be like, yo, hey, get on this scam. No, bro, what are you doing?
It sounds nice and sweet in the moment, though.
Yeah, because you're getting 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000. But like, first of all, you don't need the money. You shouldn't take the money. So you shouldn't even be involved in this at all. And then secondly, like, you don't think they want their money back? You think this is a free loan, forgiveness? They ain't gonna never want it. No, they come in to get you. However, I did hear that there was something that was talking about, wow. You can go get it. Okay. So I do remember that there was something that they were talking about, like trying to not have people have to pay these back. And so they were saying, okay, listen, you can get this loan, not have to pay it back. You should be okay. You know, just make sure you save the businesses because people still need to eat. People still need to, make sure things is happening. Anyway, I got some videos that I want to be able to show you because this is pretty crazy that not only people is going down, but now some of these people are the people that, we call on to get these people. So let's look at this because this is pretty wild that this is even a thing right now.
We are now hearing from Broward Sheriff Gregory Toney after 17 deputies have been arrested and charged with fraud. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live with this developing story. Roy.
Nicole, and we have learned that nearly 100 BSO employees did apply for the PPP loan. And of the 100,
100 of the BSO, 100. This is Broward County.
17 of them are now facing federal charges. Well, as
Woo!
you mentioned today, we did get a chance to speak with Broward Sheriff Gregory Toney about these allegations, and he says if his employees were involved in this type of criminal activity, they do not deserve to be working in the law enforcement profession.
So first off, what makes people do that? If you don't have a business and you don't have employees and that money, is not going to last you forever. What's the upside? Is it just because you see a lick, you go get it? Why are we doing that? And it's not just, the Black community, it's Mexican community, the white community. Everybody's seen this as an opportunity and then they took advantage of it, but now it's starting to come back and come get them.
Did you believe you were receiving these loans legitimately?
17 members of the Broward Sheriff's Office, which include both BSO deputies and detention deputies, released from the federal courthouse in Fort Lauderdale after being indicted on charges that include wire fraud after federal investigators said they fraudulently applied for and received funds from the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP loans.
So one thing I got as a question with this, whether they police or whether they're not police, is let's take, for instance, you did apply for this and you made some fraudulent type business and you did that. Let's just take, for instance, you did that. Does that mean that now that you kind of like have this fraudulent business and you got to receive the money, do you have to go to jail for it? Or do they give you the opportunity to like just pay the money back and be like, hey, look, I'll pay you back plus interest. My bad. My bad, bro. Is that a thing? Could you actually do that or not? Like, because this right here, that you're going to jail stuff, I don't think nobody want to go to jail, especially in Mexico. Just kidding.
Bonds were set. They're being released. Nobody, as far as I know, is being detained. And we'll take it from there. We'll be back in court.
Attorney Brian Silber represents 3 of the defendants, some of whom have either been suspended or placed on leave pending the outcome of the investigation.
I can't comment on the nature of the case.
While the charging documents do not allege that any of the defendants committed the charged offenses in the course of their official duties, this does not in any way diminish the seriousness of what the defendants are alleged to have done here.
Sheriff Gregory Toney said he first learned of the crimes in November of 2021, prompting him to investigate all 5,500 of his employees, including himself and other top brass.
But you know what? Like, let's say like, you do apply for these loans, right? You apply for these loans, you sign these documents. They expect you to read all of the terms and know what you're signing up for and know what you should expect to be able to repay, right? So although there may be many people that didn't read these documents, although that they signed, that holds them liable for what they do, even if they do it not knowing it's wrong.
Yeah.
Even if they do it not knowing that it's illegal, you still have to pay the consequences.
They're pretty clear though.
It's clear. It's a loan, and every basic person with basic understanding knows a loan is not to be.
But it was
not paid back.
It was a type of loan. This was a type of loan. It wasn't like
very specific.
It was a very specific loan. You knew you had to have a small business that was under peril, that needed to have a certain amount of employees, that needed to,
So to even qualify, you got to come up with all this fraudulent stuff if you don't really have a business.
So so whatever it is, and all that stuff is getting wired into your account that they know it's you.
Yeah.
And then man, that's pretty crazy. There's a whole that's a whole business. And these scams, look, if it feels sweet in the beginning, but then that thing comes back because everything in the dark, there's a whole proverb says, come to the light.
That's true.
So you got to be careful about what you're doing in the dark, because eventually it's going to come to the light. And this right here is not something that you want to come to the light. Now you got the people looking at the sheriffs, because this is not the only department that had issues. And I'm not saying there's only police. It was multiple people, multiple different employees. This is a nationwide problem.
Yeah.
But now we got all this issue where all this fake money that they pumped in messed up the whole economy. And now we can't buy eggs, can't buy houses, can't buy nothing because they pumped all this fake money for this, the issues that we had in 2019 and 2020, 2021. And now you got all the scammers that took all this stuff, and the money's gone. Now we got to go after them, and then we still got to pay more taxes to put them in the jail. So it just hurts all the way around.
It's just a money suck all the way around.
All the way around.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, man. A lot of people getting caught up. So if you did that, you better be on the lookout. They're going to come get you in your sleep.
Better hide your kids, hide your wife, hide yourself.
But what I think is cool though, is like, this was a program that was really needed for businesses that needed to stay afloat. Like they needed to pay their employees. They needed to be able to have some type of a fund to be able to continue to fund their health insurance and things like that. So it is important. It sucks for that money was taken away essentially from a fund that could have went toward people that really needed it, and all these bogus people got qualified for it, and now they get in trouble.
You know what the craziest thing was at this time, outside of the whole police taking and other people taking, the craziest thing that I think at this time was like how fast big huge companies went down. Remember how American Airlines went bankrupt?
Yeah.
All these different companies, within 2 weeks, they was going bankrupt because they didn't have enough money to I was like, aren't y'all American Airlines?
Yeah.
Why? Don't y'all got money? Don't y'all
they lost so much revenue.
So it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. Anyway.
But you know what's interesting though?
What's up?
I did hear that Joel Osteen, the mega church pastor.
Yeah.
He applied for a PPP loan. And I know it might feel a little taboo here in a church, congregation.
Is what you sent to me?
Yeah. So Forbes has an article on Joel Osteen's megachurch reportedly having to pay back, this is a loan, $4.4 million in PPP loan.
Sheesh.
So he's paying it back, right? But if you scroll down a little, you'll see what he's using it for. So hold up, let me see here. So look, the money went toward paying the church's 368 employees. That's a lot of employees. And
it's a big church.
They were saying he was getting slammed for taking a loan, but I think that's valid. That's credible, because this is a company. Would you consider a church a company? I mean, this is an organization.
It is an organization. There is a mega church. It's tough because, man, it's tough.
I mean, but look at this. They have a weekly attendance of 43,500 worshipers.
Yeah.
So to go from that to COVID and nobody's going in person anymore, that's going to take a jab to the side of your body.
Yeah, I can see how that can happen. It just seems to me, this is what it is. First of all, they don't pay any taxes.
True.
Up front. So all that money that they get, they got this big facility. They got all this. I get it, but don't they have funds from all the tithes that they've taken the whole time?
Yeah, but imagine how fast that goes away. How many employees are in? Look at what they're paying for their employees. They wanted them to consider to receive to continue to receive a paycheck and full health care benefits.
I mean, that's cool.
I would have just had them apply for Medi-Cal, or if you're in California, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, Lakers seem like the Lakers got one too.
Lakers too. Where is that at? Los Angeles Lakers, which I would have never thought.
A lot of these cats.
So this was a definitely like a state.
It's a weird time.
Yeah,
it's a weird time. That whole time is a weird time. It seemed like every one of these kind of scams, all of them recent, and they all kind of popped out of like a desperate need of wanting to get rich quick, greed, like a lot of times, deception. There's a lot of that stuff. But look, it don't pay, man. It don't pay. Eventually things happen.
Yep.
And you get caught. So anyway, we appreciate y'all for sticking with us to the 168. This is our first time going like live on a scheduled time all the way now. We're gonna try to do this every Tuesday morning. Hopefully it lasts. Y'all gotta come and make sure y'all watch it. Be with your boy, be with your girl. Put the in the chat, of course, and let us know what y'all think, man. Shoot, keep us posted. Anything you want to say, baby?
Hey, God is good
all the time, girl. Let's get out of here.
Brand new caddy.